Ryan Michael Scandrett, the animal abuser Nonce, has received a lifetime ban on animal ownership after his 2 malnourished pet dogs were euthanized to alleviate their misery. Ryan Michael Scandrett refrained from seeking veterinary treatment for the gravely ill dogs, a male brindle Lurcher named Rocky and a male shepherd named Max, because he was afraid that he would be caught for sexual and neglect offences against both animals. Ryan Michael Scandrett, 36, of Stirling Crescent, was sentenced at Bradford Magistrates Court on Wednesday for inflicting needless suffering on dogs last year. The court was informed that the canines were emaciated to the extent that veterinarians could visibly discern their skeletal structure, and they were characterised as moribund. Despite efforts to restore the dog's health, the animal charity concluded that death was necessary to alleviate their misery. Louise Freeman, representing the RSPCA, stated that officers had visited Ryan Michael Scandrett's residence on September 21. She said, "They were met by a large crowd of people and police officers. Members of the public were crying and seemed very angry." She said officers were shown 2 dogs that were sat in the boot of a car, both looked in poor condition. Max was retching, the dogs were emaciated and there was foul-smelling saliva hanging from one dog's mouth. The dogs were taken to a vet who found them to be lethargic and depressed. They were skinny, and the vet gave both a body score of 1 out of 9, the lowest possible score. Mrs. Freeman said the bones were clearly visible on both dogs. They showed symptoms of starvation and maltreatment, and one dog vomited raw, undigested chicken, including skin and chicken bones. She added, "The condition of the dogs continued to deteriorate significantly, and euthanasia was required. Feeding one of the dogs raw chicken would likely have made the poor condition of the dogs even worse," magistrates were told. Mrs. Freeman said, "It is likely that the additional stress from trying to digest a raw chicken carcass would have hastened the dog's moribund state." Vets suggested the dog's suffering would have lasted at least 2 weeks before they were put down. The court heard that Ryan Michael Scandrett was interviewed, and said he had only had the dogs for about 2 weeks, and were in a poor condition when he got them. Mrs. Freeman said, "He said he didn't take them to the vet in case he got done for it. He continued to allow the dogs to suffer and mistreated them. It was a deliberate disregard for animal welfare. He knew these dogs were underweight." Ryan Michael Scandrett had initially denied responsibility for the dog's condition, and the case was due to go to trial in June. 2 days before the trial was due to start, he informed the courts he would be changing his plea to guilty. Referring to this, Mrs. Freeman said, "He failed to accept any wrongdoing until the last minute. He told magistrates his client had been given the dogs by some travelers, and obtained them in the hope of nursing them back to health. Had he not taken the dogs, the previous owners would have left them to die." He claimed the raw chicken had been thrown over the fence by a neighbor, and that Ryan Michael Scandrett had only ever given the dogs cooked chicken. He said, he should have taken the dogs to the vet sooner, but he feared he would have been blamed for their state and his abuse of them. Magistrates imposed a 12-month community order that will require Ryan Michael Scandrett to carry out 180 hours unpaid work. He was given a lifetime ban on keeping or being involved in the care of animals, and ordered to pay £600 in costs. He will not be able to challenge his ban for at least 10 years. Ryan Michael Scandrett, the animal-abusing Nonce, will, no doubt, be back hanging round his mates in no time looking for more dogs to fiddle with and then kill.